Hello and welcome back to my channel. I want to say a special welcome to my new patrons. Thank you so much for joining the Energy Alchemy community. I am going to do some special patron request readings right now. If you see me glancing down, I have some notes here of what I will be reading on. First, I'm going to be taking a look at the United States and how the coronavirus will be affecting us. I'm going to also look at the U.S. markets and a little bit of politics, not really going into depth about the candidates who are running, but just an overall energetic view. And I'm also going to look at Mother Earth because I was called to look at Mother Earth, and I want to see what comes out in the cards. I did do a meditation prior to recording on these topics, and I was receiving, after each topic, I was receiving the word balance after each one. So I'm being instructed that balance is something that is very key to all of the things that are going on with us. So I'm going to look, let's go ahead and take a look at what I come up with in the cards. I'm going to turn my camera a little bit so that you can, let's see if I can angle down a little. Okay. Without my tripod falling. Okay, so the first question, my angels and my spirit guides, please let me know what I can share with my patrons and to anyone else who happens to see the video, because you all are welcome to share the video link. What's going on in the United States? I just want to focus on the United States for now. What is the update on the coronavirus and how it will affect the United States? Okay, so all right. Okay, so where we are right now is, this tends to be my card for the United States. This is the Empress. And crossing energy, or the crossing challenge rather, is the quickness that this virus is, the quick pace that this virus is moving at. And this card also represents a lot of talk, a lot of chatter about this virus. So there's a lot of talk, chatter. There's a lot in the news. We are being inundated with news, and I believe that is definitely contributing to a lot of anxiety that many are having. Okay, so the focus is that we are looking for a new vaccine, obviously. That is the focus. Now, in the past, recent past, we have had scientists that were working on some things, but the strength is that we are getting more and more information, more and more resources, so that they can have some success with getting something for us. And in the near future, we're going to be hearing something from the officials about a vaccine for this virus. Okay, so the approach, well, I get the Tower card as the approach, and I'm feeling like the reason that I've gotten the Tower for that is that there's been a lot of messaging that's been bombarding us in a lot of different ways. Some of it has not been consistent with some other news that we have been getting. So we're getting some cross messaging and some confusion in some of the messaging that we're receiving, and it is causing a lot of anxiety, panic in some cases. But what we need to know right now is that we don't need to worry. We don't need to panic. There's a difference between having concern and having great anxiety. So this is a celebration card. We are moving in the right direction with this. We need to have some trust, some faith that this too shall pass, and there will be a really good outcome. The Knight of Wands is another good card. We have hope that this virus will be contained. And the Knight of Swords is the near future, which means it's going to come fairly quickly. Now, I've done some past readings saying or giving me a timeline. And again, I've admitted in the past that I'm not the expert on the timelines when it comes to readings. And I tend to believe that it's really hard to do a timeline based on so much free will, so many people and things changing and moving. There's a lot going on. So I did say 6 months. I don't really see a timeline here that I can pick up right away. Usually I go by certain numbers that are reoccurring. No, I don't see any reoccurring numbers here. But the Knight of Swords is charging in. So there's going to be, I'm going to stick with the 6 month I know that there's a lot of testing that has to be done um, before they can actually start vaccinating people. Even if they come up with something in a laboratory that they think works well, they have to make sure that it's going to be something that's very safe for people to take. So we don't want to rush that, but it's like we want to rush it, but we don't want to rush it. I'm going to pull some oracle cards and get some clarification. My guides, my angels, what more can you share with us about the United States and how the coronavirus will affect us? Okay. How will the coronavirus affect the United States? Okay, the first card that did pop out is the Sweat Lodge. That is known as a location that you go when you are purging out with the old and with the new, cleansing. Is there anything else that we need to know about the coronavirus in the United States? How will it affect us? Okay, let's see. The wind. Okay. So the winds of change wind often shifts things. So we are looking at deep healing and a shift. Okay? So again, I feel like we don't need to panic about this virus. Yes, it is taking some lives. And we do need to be careful. But this is not a time for panic. Okay? I'm not seeing anything that we need to be worried to the degree that we are not able to function as a society as of this particular time. I see that we've got good news in our recent future, going into our recent near future. Okay? So let's just do the responsible thing that we always do when we have to prepare for anything like storms or the regular flu season that comes. I'm not taking this lightly. I'm just saying that, follow the instruction of the CDC and, just be responsible, okay? I think we're going to be fine. I don't want to labor on this too much because I think we all see enough in the news. Okay, let's move on to the U.S. markets. That's another hot button. I know A few of you are in the markets with stocks and trading, and then of course our 401ks, if any of you have 401ks. So let's look at the US markets. I'll do another Celtic cross for that. US markets, and then I'll pull a couple of oracle cards for that as well. My angels and my spirit guides, please tell us about the US markets. They are taking some serious hits. So can you please tell us what we have to look forward to for the US markets? US markets, please let us know about the US stock markets. Okay. All right, so it looks like, let's see. All right. It looks like we've got where we are right now is we are looking at a very volatile market, obviously. The challenge is the New Beginnings card. So some of us are going to, once we take the hits, we're going to have to start again. That's what that's meaning. In the past, we've had some really, really good earnings, really good markets. Our focus is we need to just look forward to better times. Better times are coming. We are going through this because of the obvious strain of the trading that can't be done. Certain countries can't get certain things to us, so it's affecting our goods that normally come into the country. Our strengths are that we have some great partnerships. Okay, we do have some great partnerships, and we are working together domestically to try to do some workarounds so that we can get through this period of volatility, of instability. Okay, and our approach is the Five of Swords. We're in it to win it no matter what. Okay, no matter what, the United States is going to win at all costs. We are going to get through this. And what we need to know is that the world, I'm getting this feeling with this card that, we have been, unfortunately, we've been too dependent on the rest of the world to provide us with the things that we want or need. We've been looking outwardly in a way that's not balanced. And I guess that's why my guides kept telling me balance is the key. We are experiencing this because of an imbalance. So it's forcing us to look at ourselves. Next card is the Four of Swords. It's causing us to rest, to wait, to reflect on the fact that we are way too dependent on the outside world. Trading is awesome, and we should obviously, continue having the relationships we have with other countries. But when we get into a situation like this, where we are lacking some of the goods that we need because of this virus, it's showing us something. And the potential outcome is talking about looking at that potential rebalancing of things. So this is definitely teaching us a lesson that we need to take a look at how we do business. Not that we shouldn't do business outside, but that we should take a look at how we're doing things and plan better for situations like we're in right now. Okay, and pull a couple of oracle cards. Is there anything else that we need to know about the U.S. markets? Spirit, is there anything else we need to know about the U.S. markets? Anything else I can communicate to my patrons about the U.S. markets? Too many. U.S. markets. Okay, I'll choose. Fire. Okay. So I got the Fire card and the Middle World card. Okay. So Fire is all about making things happen. Change. It is about change. It's about transformation. This is definitely telling us that we need to transform some of our practices as a country, make some changes. And then the middle world is about going within, really self-examining ourselves as a country, how we handle and deal with situations like this, because as it is right now, we are out of balance. We are out of balance with what we produce here versus what we import from outside. We just need to bring it into better balance. Because in situations like this is something that we're going to get a handle on. But this is what it's showing us. This is part of what it's showing us. That we need to have a better balance. Okay, so let's move along. And let's look at the politics. So the only thing I wanted to really look at politically is polls. I think I looked at this once before. I may not have done it on video, but I've looked at this before, and I want to look again because, and I'm not going to actually tell you what I got before, but I want to look at these polls that are being taken and about the candidates that are running for president. My angels and my guides, please tell me what's the accuracy of the polls that are being taken. I'm just going to pull 5 cards. Please tell me about the accuracy of the political polls that are being taken. Okay, this one popping out, so okay. Let's see, 5 cards, please. Okay, so the one that popped out was the Queen of Swords, and I've got the Queen of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles, King of Cups, the Hierophant, and the Seven of Swords. All right. Now, so what I'm getting here is that there is some valuable information that is coming from these polls that are being taken. I see that this is not what I was seeing the last time I checked in on this. Although the outcome does look slightly similar. I'm getting that there is a little bit of deception with the polls. I'm not saying the pollsters are being deceptive, I am seeing that there are some who are being polled. Some are being upstanding and honest, but some are not. Some are not. So I again, I got this before a little bit, that don't base any of your decisions on any polling data that you see, because it's not 100% accurate. There are people who are saying one thing, doing another. Okay? Not everyone. So I'm not saying that the polls aren't accurate at all, but I am, based on what I'm seeing here, I am advising that you strictly make your decisions on your community, what you need in your household, your local economy. Make your decisions, not based on what the polling data is saying. So for instance, if the person that you are looking at as a candidate to choose, if your person that you feel would be the best candidate is not looking strong in the polls, I would not change. Go with your intuition as to who you feel is the best candidate. Okay? That's all I'm going to say about that. All right, so let me see. Let me pull a couple of oracle cards. Political polls. U.S. political polls. Okay. What do we need to know about them? Political polls. What do we need to know about them? Okay, so I had one to pop out, and I'm going to choose another. All right, so what I've received here, the moon card, this is all about phases, and it's also about something that's hidden. So again, this is advisement that there's going to be so many phases that we go through as a country to get to the one. Okay? So you're being asked to go within, use your intuition to choose who you feel is the best candidate that will represent you, your community, your family, your needs, the country's needs. Okay? And the water card is about being fluid. There's going to be a lot of changes. You may choose one, and then that candidate may drop out. So you're being asked to be fluid with your choices, but trust them. Okay? So don't rely on polling data. I'm not saying it's not important, but don't rely on it 100% to determine what choice you make. Okay? So that's what I have to say about that. All right, so let's look at Mother Earth. Let's get back to Mother Earth. And I'm gonna just use this deck. All right, so with balance being what was spoken to me as a main issue that we need to get back to balance, what do we need to know about Mother Earth? What messages does Mother Earth have for us? Please give me 3 cards. Message to us regarding Mother Earth. Okay, that's 1. Oh, and then, well, I got the Earth card. Can't make it up. All right, so first card I got was the upper world. So the upper world is about our angelic guides, our higher selves, about God in the universe. God in the universe they speak to us all the time. Now, whether we listen, that's something different. But we are being spoken to by the upper world, by God in the universe. And the next card that came out, the Ancient Ones. The Ancient Ones are our guides, our spirit guides, who are those who've gone before us, who've crossed over, they are with us when we call on them. They are not just our recently past relatives, but those who were here among us many hundreds and thousands of years before us. The Ancient Ones are still available to us to speak to for guidance. So being on Earth, we are here dealing with all the things that are of the physical, but the cards that are coming out are about those who are of the non-physical, who are here within our reach psychically, and this is letting us know that they are available, they are with us. And then, of course, the Earth card. So we're being asked to remember that we're on Earth, we're here. We need to love and care for Earth, for each other, for all things physical, but to remember that God and our angels and our spirit guides, those who were here before us, we're all one. Okay. All right, so this video went a little long, but keep the questions coming, and I'll try to tackle a few more of your patron requests. All right. Well, again, stay safe and do not panic. Everything's going to be okay. All right. Just do the responsible things, and everything is going to work out. This too shall pass, and we are getting into better balance. It's not a comfortable feeling sometimes when we're trying to get things back into balance, but this is a not just a physical situation, it's a spiritual situation. We are being looked after though. Okay? All right. Thanks a lot. I hope you all have enjoyed this, and I will be in touch with you again soon.